if you're trying to have in secret some kind of investigative techniques, and you don't want to give the secret of how your technique goes all about to the public, in my opinion, you still have to give the powers to be in court all the materials of how you got to those conclusions, even though it's not going to be shared in totality to the rest of the world, but it's to the 100% open and able to be shown and fully exposed to court staff, defense team, such and so on and so on. You have to open the books of how you got to the conclusion in that IGG procedure. Way before an IGG product was finalized, which was finalized when trash was dug out from a trash bin in Pennsylvania, it gave me the contradiction of how and with what you had a warrant for a fugitive of the law created in Idaho, Layton County, Idaho. A warrant for a fugitive of the law was created, expedited. In my opinion, when you have on your hands the warrant of fugitive of the law warrant, you have to have something to base yourself on. You have to have something. Because if at that point, the IGG was not confirmed and it was just an opinion, in my opinion, because if you're going to have your opinion, I'm going to have mine. They did not have substantial evidence to even have a warrant for a fugitive of the law expedited against Bryan Kohberger. Because at that moment, all information available outside of the IGG, as a matter of fact, IGG could not even be introduced to get this warrant because it was not even confirmed that was the guy. So what you give to a judge for you to get a warrant of a fugitive of the law to cross state lines all the way across the nation to Pennsylvania, request the assistance of the local state police and agencies in the area, having them create warrants based on that warrant from Layton County. We know evidence. We know evidence. What did they show? I don't care if it was Megan Marshall, whoever expedited this warrant of the fugitive of the law. Outside of the IG at that moment, outside of the IGG, because at that moment, right? At that moment, the IGG was supposed to be irrelevant, because obviously the IGG became relevant after you are already in Pennsylvania digging in trash and pulling out DNA to then confirm your IGG. So at the time that you get the warrant in Layton County, what did you have on hand to give a judge for you to get that warrant? What did you have that would be solid enough for a judge to expedite a warrant? Cell phone data? You was not supposed to have it by then, and it seems that you did. Video, pictures of the alleged vehicle. If you don't have license plate reader that it tells you this one particular that you see in this picture, in this video, it is the car. And then now, if that's the car, now you have to confirm and find a way to find out who was driving that car. None of that was done. None. Nada. No picture, no video. Again, you was not supposed to have the cell phone data by then. But somehow you have some kind of CAS pre-done already by Balance. How? And then Balance put it on the table with Mary, and then Payne draft with whatever Balance give Maury, draft a possible route. We know reliable information, because you're not supposed to have Bryan Kohberger's cell phone at that time and point. But it seems that you did. So with cell phone data, pictures and video of a possible car, and Dylan Mortensen's narrative was not enough to have a warrant, because that's all you had. Dylan Mortensen's narrative that she contradicts on the interviews, but y'all still try to use her pictures and cell phone data. None of that stuff was supposed to be relevant at the time the warrant came out. How a warrant was expedited to go and get Kohberger, because that warrant was what it gave Moscow PD the excuse to go all the way to Pennsylvania and keep searching for evidence. But the warrant is for a body. The warrant is for you to pinpoint the target, the person that you said that is your fugitive of the law. You pinpoint it, you spot it out, you get him. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to sit there. Look what he's doing, if he's picking his nose or whatnot. You don't have to see what he's doing. You don't have to set civilians or nothing for it. Because guess what? You have a warrant for a fugitive of the law on someone that if you ran the background check, it doesn't have not even police contact. It doesn't have no violence period of nothing. You wouldn't know that this is a college student too. So the respect that you give the alleged killers, students of the University of Idaho, the respect that you gave the alleged killers, you couldn't give it to Kohberger? Well, you don't have no evidence to even have a warrant in there. Because you know how we know that? Because if you have evidence to sustain the warrant, you would have went and arrest Kohberger. You wouldn't went to fish for DNA. Like y'all work backwards. Y'all work backwards. Y'all got the warrant for someone that you said this is the guy, because we got proof that this is the guy. So we need this warrant to go across the nation to go and get him. But instead of you going and get the guy, you have the warrant as an excuse to go and get DNA to actually confirm whatever IGG you say you done. But at this day today is no proof of a sheath ever existed. The same thing that I told you, don't be surprised